Hello everyone and welcome back to Roadcraft. Today is the release of the rebuild expansion for Roadcraft. Finally it's here, we have the rebuild expansion. Those of you who have access to the public test server, which is anyone who has it on Steam for sure, we've already played around with it a bit, but today it's actually live in the game. We're here on one of the new maps. This is the map Washout. There's two maps of course, Contamination and Washout. So today we're going to have a look at the new vehicles. We've already had a look at this stuff, but I want to show the new vehicles, the new options in the game. So first, as long as we're right here, let's have a look at some of the new options in the game. The only thing that was listed in the patch notes is this new selector right here, but there's a few more of these. This right here lets you select different presets for the HUD display. I noticed there's also some of these sliders that have found their way here. They're not sliders, they're just like, small little tweaks to the way the options menu works. That's no big deal. These maps are big, and I can't exactly show you the whole map right now because I don't have this one unlocked. I was saving this one for the game. I haven't played it yet on the test server, and I would love to show you the map, but I guess that's going to be in coming videos because we're just going to have to work through the map the fun way. However, we can have a look at the new vehicles, and I want to look at some of the options. The difficulty options, because that's one of the big things. Let's quit back to the hub here. So they added difficulty options to the game. And I think probably the first question on everyone's mind, and as it was on mine, is can I select these options in an existing save game? Because there doesn't seem to be a way to. That was a thing on the public test server as well. And as far as I know, you can only select these on a new save. If I select a new save, I'll show you what I mean. We'll just type a new save. We'll just hit something in there for the company name. So here I've created a new company, and creating a new company, you select your scout vehicle, you select the color, and then you immediately get this screen here. Unfortunately, there's no way to apply this to an existing save. Let me go over the concerns for this, because I already know why the community wants this, and I don't see a way to. People have been playing this game since it came out, and some of us have more than a couple hundred hours in the game. They have now introduced all this stuff, and it's like, hey, yeah, I want to use the new gearbox settings. I want to use the new economy modifiers, but you can't. They want you to start a new game to do that. And a lot of people are going to be, I think, are going to be really PO'd about that. I think a lot of people are going to be really ticked off about the fact that you can't apply this to an existing save. Not any way that I've seen, and I've looked. But let's go over these. We'll come back to this topic. We're going to look some more on that. I just want you to know that I'm aware of that, and people are going to complain about that. It's going to be one of the biggest questions is why can't I do this on my existing save? We'll see. Maybe we can. But let's have a look at these. Fuel consumption. Basically, your vehicles are going to use fuel. Some vehicles carry fuel. Like there's some vehicles that carry extra fuel. For instance, one of the new vehicles has it. There's also a fuel tanker, which is brand new. These field service vehicles in the mobile base have fuel. The SAR trucks carry extra fuel. Some of these vehicles, if your vehicle runs out of fuel, can be used to refuel you in the field. Otherwise, you'll have to recover your vehicle back to the garage and pay. So yeah, basic fuel consumption. We can cover all this stuff in separate videos, of course. Convoy difficulty. This one actually says what it does. Some of these I don't think say what they do. If you're a convoys, this is an interesting difficulty thing that you can toggle, which basically means some of the convoys have long runs. Like some of them have to make like 20 or more trips. Yeah, there's a convoy on Colonel, I believe, which is like 20 trips. It gets you like 60 concrete slabs, but it takes like 20 trips or something like that. Well, this would just make it so it runs half as much, but you get double the rewards. So, yeah. So here you can make the convoys harder, and then you can say, well, I want the convoys harder, as in the routes wear out over time, but I want half as many convoys and just have each convoy bring twice as many supplies. Follow? Right. Gearbox. The gearbox, just like in SnowRunner, you're going to have the different selectors down in the bottom corner of the screen. Bridge costs, pretty self-explanatory. So these are difficulty modifiers. And then economy modifiers. Now, some of this is actually kind of cool, and it's going to be handy for, well, people like me who want to test stuff for videos, because you can make stuff, for instance, vehicle cost, you can make vehicles free, I can make, stuff easy to get, so I can easily acquire stuff and show you guys in the videos. Some of this stuff will come handy for content creators like myself, and any of those of you who want to, like, test stuff out, yeah, or if you just want to test stuff, you can easily just create a cheat save, basically, make everything super easy, and that allows you to test out stuff you don't have access to yet, or get stuff easily or whatever. That's the one thing I use difficulties for. The other great thing about some of these difficulties, and again, these are really self-explanatory, is they simply allow you to turn up the challenge. If you want more challenge in some of these, or instead of making a cheat save where you get stuff super easy, make a challenge save where stuff is super hard. Yeah, that was just a trash truck company I created there just to show you that, because I don't see any other way to get these options from an existing save. So here's my existing save right here. Now, one thing, yeah, so it says playtime 92 hours. Of course, it's incorrect. Playtime is over 200. I'm assuming you guys have noticed that too. I've always noticed that. I've never mentioned it. Just kind of an odd thing. But yeah, I got over 200 hours on this save. And, all right, so I haven't touched these yet. Not on my main save, only in the test server. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have lots of videos of that coming up. So when I go to my company, let's see if we can change those options. I don't see any way to. So here's my home screen for my thing, my company. Go to customization and choose colors, logos, backgrounds. There's no way to change these options. There's no way to change these options. There's no option for it. So if I want to apply those options, let's see here. We're going to try. Let's go to here. I was last on Deluge. Let's just go back here. As long as we're here, we're going to take this opportunity and check out the new vehicles. But so yeah, let's go ahead. We're loaded in here. If we go to settings, there is no section at the top here for difficulty. First of all, if it was here, you'd think there'd be a heading up here at the top that says difficulty. There's not. Going under game. So guys, I don't want to say it's not here, but if it's here, I haven't seen it. And I don't want to make a video saying something is missing from the game when it's not, but I can't see it. I can't see it. It's not here. I'm saying that because, and yeah, Saber Interactive, if you're watching, people are going to complain big time about this because they already have. When it came out on the test server, they said, what, there's no way to apply these to my existing save? I don't see a way. People are going to have game saves with 200 hours on them, and they're going to be like, hey, I want to up my difficulty, but I have to start the entire game all over? Maybe. Let's have a look at the vehicles. Let's move on from that, because, I don't know, but it certainly looks one way, right? Let's have a look at the new vehicles. So there's 5. Yeah, I believe there's 5. Let's have a look here. First up is the Armiger Thunder Expedition, which for some reason is not listed with the other Armiger Thunder. Why are they not in the same thing? That's a little confusing. I don't think it's the only instance of that. Yeah, they have 2 separate. So here's the Armiger Thunder SAR vehicle, and then here's this one. Isn't it a variant? Shouldn't they be in the same heading? Wouldn't it save space if they were in the same heading? Either way, this one here is new. It's a cool little expedition. It's a cool little scout vehicle. Carries fuel on the top. I've used it a little bit. It carries fuel on its top rack, like I forget how much, like maybe 120. Does it say here actually? It doesn't say. I think it carries like 120 liters of fuel on the top, so that can be kind of handy. If you're using fuel consumption, it also makes it handy because it can be used to refuel itself, effectively giving the truck like much more fuel capacity. So that's kind of cool. Also new is the Vostok bridge layer, which again, I mean, it's a variant of the Vostok. I think they could save space if they put it with the other Vostok. Maybe there's some reason this one's not. I don't know. It's cool. So we'll have a separate video showing this. I'll just have videos showing this stuff so that today's video can be more compact and concise, because today's video is really just like exploring some of the stuff about the expansion. So bridge laying vehicle, these are cool. Showing this before, some of you have probably played with it on the test server as I have. Okay, also the new Mule T1 Trailblazer, which is listed in the patch notes as a variant, but is not in that thing as a variant. So it's got its own section too. I guess they all have their own sections in here. Like, I've seen these on the test server. I guess I didn't notice it, but they all have their own heading. Yeah, they would save space if they didn't make us search for all these. Here it is. Yeah, it's got its own thing here, even though in the patch notes this is listed as a variant. And so this, which I think is about the same cost and everything as the regular Mule T1. And if you saw my video comparing these, this one's slightly better. They're almost not different at all. The only real difference is this has some extra trim on it. Like, it's got a brush guard and some extra trim, and it has slightly higher front suspension. Is literally the only difference between this and the regular Mule T1, except for this one handles mud better. We ran a pretty thorough test. The only real difference is this one handles mud better. It may be a little faster and it handles mud better. Of course, there's the other bridge layer, the Taiga. bridge layer. Forgot about the Taiga. This one's actually listed in the menu as a variant of its vehicle. Go figure. This one actually is. So there's the Taiga bridge layer. It's a much shorter bridge layer than the Vostok bridge layer. That's a cool little truck. It's also much cheaper. Then there's one more vehicle, which is added out of pure necessity because, since we have fuel, we need a fuel truck. And this is also listed as a variant, if I can find it. This is also listed as a variant of the proper vehicle. Here it is, fuel truck. It's a variant of the Wayfarer. This is just a necessity. Since we have fuel, we need a fuel truck. Kind of a necessity. The mobile base vehicles have it, like the mobile operations base here carries, I think these each carry 1,000 liters. I could be wrong on that. This one, and then the Stanek service vehicle also carries fuel, as well as the SAR vehicles, and the Armagur Thunder Expedition carries fuel on the top. I think that's all the ones that carry extra fuel. Let's back out of this so I can back in the game here. So I think that's really everything that they've added. I think I've gone through literally everything they've added. The 2 new maps, I can't show everything here. Like, again, I can't even show the washout map or the contamination map because I have not progressed on them yet here in the game, only a little bit on the test server. So be sure to follow along here on the channel. I'll be progressing through those maps and showing all my progress, and we'll be having fun and doing things there. We're going to check out the other vehicles. I want to explore some more stuff from the DLC and see what all there is there, and hopefully I can answer any questions you have going forward into the expansion. Be sure to comment and tell me what you think down below. I always read the comments. I'm going to check out what you guys say, and hopefully if I miss something, I can address whatever you have down there. Don't forget to follow along for more, and subscribe and like the video if you like the content. I will catch you guys real soon. Honestly, probably later today, because I'm going to be playing the heck out of this new expansion. Thanks a lot, guys. See you soon.